97.5 FM. Bill Valdosta, Georgia.
Southeastern Virginia, southeastern Virginia, the northwestern city of Virginia, at 10:40 Stop the radar and automated wind gauges indicate heavy rain falling across the warm area. Between 1 and 2.5 inches of rain potentially dangerous. The expected rainfall is a statement from the National Weather Service. For the following counties, St. Mary's, Maryland, flood warning in effect until 5 a.m. Monday. Flooding caused by excessive rainfall is expected. The areas affected include a portion of southern Maryland, including the following counties: St. Mary's. Hazardous weather conditions are expected until 5 a.m. Monday. Impacts, flooding of rivers, creeks, streams, and other low-lying flood-prone locations is imminent or occurring. Additional details at 11 p.m. Data reports indicated that stream levels are approaching flood stage. Flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly in the rural area. Between 1 and 1.5 inches of rain have fallen. Additional rainfall amounts of 1 to 2 inches are possible in the warned area. Some locations that will experience flooding include Lexington Park, Chesapeake Ranch Estates, Leonardtown, Piney Point, Tall Timbers, Greenwell State Park, White Point Beach, Down Creek, Couple Creek, St. Leonard Creek, Sheridan Point, Howland Point, St. Mary's City, St. Inigo's Creek, California, Golden Beach, Lusby, Hollywood, Pawtuxet River Naval Air Station, Drum Point. Please visit www.weather.gov/safety/flood for flood safety and preparedness information turnaround. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. Be especially cautious at night when it is harder to recognize the dangers of flooding. Please report observed flooding to local emergency services or law enforcement and request they pass this information to the National Weather Service when you can do so safely. This is a statement from the National Weather Service.
Counties in
For the following counties
Fairfax,
in Virginia,
Loudoun and Prince William,
and the following independent cities in Virginia, Manassas, Park, and Manassas.
Flood warning in effect until 7:45
a.m. Monday.
Flooding caused by excessive rainfall is expected. The areas affected include a portion of northern Virginia, including the following counties:
City of Manassas, Park, Fairfax, Loudoun, and Prince William. The hazardous weather conditions are expected until 7:45 a.m. Monday. Impacts, flooding of rivers, creeks, streams, and other low-lying and flood-prone
locations is imminent
Additional
or occurring.
details at 11:12 p.m. Doppler radar indicated heavy rain, which has caused some stream gauges to rise substantially in the past 2 to 3 hours. Flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly in the warned area. Between 1 and 2 inches of rain have fallen. Additional rainfall amounts of 1 to 2 inches are possible in the warned area. Some locations that will experience flooding include Centerville, Reston, South Riding, Broadland, Lansdowne, Lowe's Island, Brambleton, Dulles International Airport, Ashburn, Lincoln Hall, Sterling, Chantilly, Wolf Trap, Great Falls, Bull Run, Countryside, Haymarket, Arcola, Manassas. Please visit www.weather.gov/safety/flood for flood safety and preparedness information turnaround. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles.
Don't drown when
Be especially cautious at night when it is harder to recognize the dangers of flooding. Please report observed flooding to local emergency services or law enforcement and request they pass this information to the National Weather Service when you can do so
local
safely.
emergency services or law enforcement.
In the warned area,
Some locations that will experience flooding include Arlington, Alexandria, Gale City, Annandale, Springfield, Fort Hunt, Groveton, Huntington, Fort Belvoir, Woodbridge, Crystal City, Lake Ridge, Burke, Lincolnia, Lorton, Franconia, Hybla Valley, Newington, I-395 and I-495 interchange, West Springfield. Please visit www.weather.gov/safety/flood for flood safety and preparedness information turnaround. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. Be especially cautious at night when it is harder to recognize the dangers of flooding. Please report observed flooding to local emergency services or law enforcement and request they pass this information to the National Weather Service when you can do so safely.
National Weather Service in Duluth, Minnesota has issued a snow squall warning for southeastern Bayfield County in northwestern Wisconsin, Iron County in northwestern Wisconsin, Ashland County in northwestern Wisconsin, northeastern Sawyer County in northwestern Wisconsin, until 11:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. At 10:28 p.m. Central Standard Time, a dangerous snow squall was located near Mellon, or 25 miles north of Park Falls, moving south at 35 miles per hour. Expected hazards include intense bursts of heavy snow, gusty winds leading to blowing snow and rapidly falling visibility, wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour. This is a radar-indicated threat. The following impacts are expected. Travel will become difficult and potentially dangerous within minutes. This snow squall is impacting Wisconsin -13 southeast of Marengo and Wisconsin -77. Locations impacted include Turtle Flambeau Floyd, Mercer, Sanborn, Mellon, Kearney, Upson, Guile, Copper Falls State Park, Glidden, Clam Lake, Namakogan Lake, Montreal, Morse, Penn, and Bad River Reservation. Slow down. Rapid changes in visibility and road conditions are expected with this dangerous snow squall. Be alert for sudden whiteout conditions. Repeating, a snow squall warning has been issued until 11:30 p.m. Central Standard Time for the following counties in Wisconsin: Ashland, Bayfield, Iron, and Sawyer. This is a statement from the National Weather Service. For the following counties, in Virginia: Culpeper, Fairfax, Fauquier, King George, Orange, Prince William, Spotsylvania and Stafford, and the Virginia independent city of Fredericksburg. Flood warning in effect until 5:45 a.m. Monday. Flooding caused by excessive rainfall is expected. The areas affected include portions of central and northern Virginia, including the following counties: in central Virginia, city of Fredericksburg, King George, Orange, and Spotsylvania. In northern Virginia, Culpeper, Fairfax, Fauquier, Prince William, and Stafford. The hazardous weather conditions are expected until 5:45 a.m. Monday. Impacts: flooding of rivers, creeks, streams, and other low-lying and flood-prone locations is imminent or occurring. Expect many areas of slow-moving or standing water. Additional details: at 11:40 p.m., Doppler radar indicated heavy rain due to thunderstorms. Flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly in the warned area. Between 1.5 and 2.5 inches of rain have fallen. Additional rainfall amounts of 1 to 2 inches are possible in the warned area. Some locations that will experience flooding include Stafford, Gale City, Fredericksburg, King George, Woodbridge, Dahlgren, Quantico, Fairview Beach, Aquia Creek, Potomac Creek, Nanjanoy Creek, Montclair, Triangle, Dumfries, Massaponax, Spotsylvania, Cherry Hill, Independent Hill, Falmouth, Mason Neck. Please visit weather.gov/safety flood for flood safety and preparedness information turnaround. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. Be especially cautious at night when it is harder to recognize the dangers of flooding.
is a statement from the National Weather Service. For the following counties, in Maryland, Baltimore, Carroll, Howard, and Montgomery, and the following counties, in Virginia, Fairfax, and Loudoun. Flood warning in effect until 7:30 a.m. Monday. Flooding caused by excessive rainfall is expected. The areas affected include portions of Maryland, including the following counties, Baltimore, Carroll, Howard, and Montgomery, and Northern Virginia, including the following counties, Fairfax and Loudoun. The hazardous weather conditions are expected until 7:30 a.m. Monday. Impacts, flooding of rivers, creeks, streams, and other low-lying and flood-prone locations is imminent or occurring. Additional details, at 11:54 p.m., Doppler radar indicated heavy rainfall. Several river gauges are rising quickly over the past 2 to 3 hours, and are expected to be near or exceed flood stage with the next round of rainfall. Flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly in the warned area. Between 1 and 2 inches of rain have fallen. Additional rainfall amounts of 1 to 2 inches are possible in the warned area. Some locations that will experience flooding include Columbia, Germantown, Rockville, Bethesda, Gaithersburg, Olney, Elk Ridge, Damascus, Lansdowne, Lowe's Island, Poolsville, Historic Ellicott City, Aspen Hill, Potomac, North Bethesda, Ashburn, Catonsville, Woodlawn, Randallstown. Please visit www.weather.gov/safety/flood for flood safety and preparedness information turnaround. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. Be especially cautious at night when it is harder to recognize the dangers of flooding. Please report observed flooding to local emergency services or law enforcement and request they pass this information to the National Weather Service when you can do so safely.
This station is conducting a test of the emergency alert system. In the event of an actual emergency, the attention signals you just heard would have been followed by news, weather, information, and instructions. Again, this is only a test.
Here's weather outlook for portions of southwest North Carolina, East Tennessee, and southwest Virginia. For this afternoon and tonight, a low-pressure system tracking by to our northwest will push a cold front well into the area tonight. Showers and thunderstorms will develop ahead of this front and will push across the area. Some of the storms may become severe, with the main threat being damaging winds and large hail. Also, an isolated tornado cannot be ruled out. And now the extended outlook for the period Friday through Wednesday. The strong pressure gradient around the retreating low-pressure system.
This is a statement from the National Weather Service. For the following counties, in Maryland, Calvert, Charles, and Prince George's, flood warning in effect until 6:30 a.m. this morning. Flooding caused by excessive rainfall is expected. The areas affected include portions of central and southern Maryland, including the following counties: in central Maryland, Prince George's; in southern Maryland, Calvert and Charles. The hazardous weather conditions are expected until 6:30 a.m. Monday. Impacts, flooding of rivers, creeks, streams, and other low-lying and flood-prone locations is imminent or occurring. Additional details, at 12:19 a.m., Doppler radar indicated heavy rain. Flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly in the warned area. Between 1.5 and 2.5 inches of rain have fallen. Additional rainfall amounts of 1 to 2 inches are possible in the warned area. Some locations that will experience flooding include Waldorf, Clinton, Fort Washington, Chesapeake Ranch Estates, Lafayette, Chesapeake Beach, Prince Frederick, Pope's Creek, Flag Harbor, Calvert Cliffs, Rosaryville, Marlton, Dunkirk, Lusby, St. Charles, St. Leonard, Wicomico, Accokeek, Bryan's Road, Brandywine. Please visit www.weather.gov/safety/flood for flood safety and preparedness information turnaround. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. Be especially cautious at night when it is harder to recognize the dangers of flooding. Please report, observe emergency services or law enforcement and request they pass this information to the National Weather Service when you can do so safely. The National Weather Service in Wakefield has issued a special marine warning for coastal waters from Cape Charles Light to Virginia, North Carolina border out to 20 nautical miles, coastal waters from Paramore Island to Cape Charles Light, Virginia out 20 nautical miles, waters from Cape Charles Light to Virginia, North Carolina border from 20 to 40 nautical miles until 1:30 a.m. At 12:25 a.m. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing waterspouts was located near Sand Bridge, moving north at 35 knots. Hazard, waterspouts and wind gusts in excess of 50 knots. Source, radar. Impact, waterspouts can easily overturn boats and create locally hazardous seas. Boats could suffer significant structural damage in high winds. Small craft could capsize in suddenly higher waves. Locations impacted include Chesapeake Light Tower and 10 nautical miles east of Virginia Beach oceanfront. Move to safe harbor until hazardous weather passes. Flood warning for Chowan County in northeastern North Carolina until 3:30 a.m. At 12:28 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the public reported flash flooding in Edenton. Between 3 and 4.5 inches of rain have fallen. Flash flooding is already occurring. Hazard, flash flooding caused by thunderstorms. Source, public reported. Impact, flash flooding of small creeks and streams, urban areas, highways, streets and underpasses, as well as other poor drainage and low-lying areas. Some locations that will experience flash flooding include Rillen, Valhalla, Tyner, Cape Colony, Maverton, Cisco, Hancock, Center Hill, Macedonia, Smalls Crossroads, Icaria, St. John's, Glidden and Sign Pine. Turn around, don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. Be especially cautious at night when it is harder to recognize the dangers of flooding. Repeating, a flash flood warning has been issued until 3:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the following county: Chowan, North Carolina. The hazardous weather conditions are expected until 7 a.m. Monday. Impacts, flooding of rivers, creeks, streams, and other low-lying and flood-prone locations is imminent or occurring. Additional details at 12:32 a.m. Doppler radar indicated heavy rain. A few river gauges are nearing flood stage and are expected to reach that shortly. Flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly in the warned area. Between 1.5 and 2.5 inches of rain have fallen. Additional rainfall amounts of 1 to 2 inches are possible in the warned area. Some locations that will experience flooding include Baltimore, Bowie, Severn, Annapolis, Clinton, College Park, Crofton, Fort Washington, Greenbelt, Langley Park, Beltsville, Elk Ridge, Riviera Beach, Forestville, Largo, Coral Hills, Bladensburg, Mayo, Shadyside, Deal. Please visit www.weather.gov/safety/flood for flood safety and preparedness information turnaround. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. Be especially cautious at night when it is harder to recognize the dangers of flooding. Please report observed flooding to local emergency services or law enforcement and request they pass this information to the National Weather Service when you can do so safely. Where? Christina River at Coots Bridge. When? From early this morning to late this afternoon. Impacts: at 9.0 feet, flooding begins in fields and floodplain adjacent to the river. At 11.0 feet, flooding begins in the town of Christiana. East Main Street Del 7 begins to flood, as does Water Street. Meadow Road near Newcastle Airport is subject to flooding. Barksdale Road near Cashel Mill Road is also subject to flooding, as are residential backyards. At 11.5 feet, portions of Duras Heights near Newcastle Airport begin to flood, including Don Avenue. Airport Road at the Newcastle Airport begins to flood as the Christina River backs up to Nonsuch Creek. Walther Road in the Bear area also floods. Flooding also occurs around Smalley's Pond Dam in Christiana. At 12.0 feet, significant flooding occurs on Meadow Road in Christiana. Roads are closed. Homes are flooded. Salem Church Road and Raybould Road floods in Christiana also flood and are subject to closures. Residential backyards can flood in this area. Flooding also occurs in Newark on West Chestnut Hill Road and South College Avenue. At 12.5 feet, evacuations are possible in Duras Heights. Airport Road at the Newcastle Airport floods is closed. Businesses are flooded. Flooding increases in Newark. Flooding also increases on Barksdale Road and can extend onto Cashel Mill Road. Businesses on South College Avenue take on water. At 13.0 feet, flooding increases. Evacuations also increase in the towns of Newark and Christiana. Roads become impassable. Additional details: at 12:15 a.m. Monday, the stage was 9.6 feet. Forecast: the river is expected to rise above flood stage early this morning to a crest of 12.9 feet early this morning. Additional rainfall amounts of 1 to 2 inches are possible in the warned area. Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly. Hazard: flash flooding caused by heavy rain. Source: radar. Impact: flash flooding of small creeks and streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses, as well as other poor drainage and low-lying areas. Some locations that will experience flash flooding include Smithfield, Windsor, downtown Suffolk, Holland, Chesapeake, Suffolk, Isle of Wight, Kings Fork, Driver, Crittenden, Whaleyville, Rescue, Indica, Kilby, Chicago, Longview, Wills Corner, Wildroy, Magnolia, and Suffolk Airport. Turn around. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. Be especially cautious at night when it is harder to recognize the dangers of flooding. Repeating, a flash flood warning has been issued until 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the following county: Isle of Wight, Virginia, and the Virginia Independent City of Suffolk.
New Hampshire State Police has activated the New Hampshire Emergency Alert System in order to conduct a practice demo. This concludes this test of the New Hampshire Emergency Alert
Flood
System.
warning for Wicomico County in southeastern Maryland until 4 a.m. At 12:57 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, gauge reports indicated heavy rain falling across the warned area. Between 1 and 3 inches of rain have fallen since last evening. The expected rainfall rate is 1 to 2 inches in 2 hours. Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly. Hazard: flash flooding caused by heavy rain. Source: gauges reported. Impact: flash flooding of small creeks and streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses, as well as other poor drainage and low-lying areas. Some locations that will experience flash flooding include Salisbury, Fruitland, Salisbury University, Delmer, Hebron, Parsonsburg, Pittsville, Morelos Springs, Shadpoint, Lakewood, Eden, Catpenny, Allen, Chesapeake Heights, Trinity, Salisbury, Wicomico, Green Hill, Royal Oak, Nelson, and Winter-Queen. Turn around. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. Be especially cautious at night when it is harder to recognize the dangers of flooding. Repeating, a flash flood warning has been issued until 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the following county: Wicomico, Maryland.
a test of the broadcast stations of your area. Equipment that can quickly warn you during emergencies is being tested. If this had been an actual emergency, official messages would have followed the alert tone. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
Minor flooding is occurring and moderate flooding is forecast.
The following is an urgent warning.
The National Weather Service has issued a flood warning for the following Pennsylvania counties: Columbia, Lancaster, Lebanon, Scoop, Sullivan, and York. Effective until 8:21 a.m. Flood warning in effect until 8:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time this morning. An area and small stream flooding caused by excessive rainfall is expected for a portion of central Pennsylvania, including the following counties: Columbia, Lancaster, Lebanon, Scoop, Sullivan, and York. Until 8:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Impacts: flooding of rivers, creeks, streams, and other low-lying and floodplain locations is imminent or occurring. Additional details: at 2:18 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Doppler radar indicated heavy rain. Flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly in the warned area. Between 2.5 and 3 inches of rain have fallen. Additional rainfall amounts up to 1 inch are possible in the warned area. Some locations that will experience flooding include Lancaster, York, Lebanon, Lower Allen, Hanover, Greensburg, Pottsville, Africa, Weigelstown, Elizabethtown, Berwick, Columbia, Redditz, Middletown, Millersville, Willow Street, Mount Joy, Palmyra, New Cumberland, and Tamaqua. http://www.weather.gov/safety/flood. Precautionary/preparedness actions. Turnaround, Don T. Brown 1 encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. Be especially cautious at night, when it is harder to recognize the dangers of flooding. In hilly terrain there are hundreds of low water crossings which are potentially dangerous in heavy rain. Do not attempt to cross flooded roads. Find an alternate route.
Issued at 2:34 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The National Weather Service in Wakefield has issued a flash flood warning for Northampton County, Virginia, Accomack County in southeastern Virginia until 8:30 a.m. At 2:34 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Doppler radar indicated heavy rain across the warned area. Between 3 and 4 inches of rain have fallen. Additional rainfall amounts of 2 to 3 inches are possible in the warned area. Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly. Hazard: flash flooding caused by heavy rain. Source: radar. Impact: flash flooding of small creeks and streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses, as well as other poor drainage and low-lying areas. Some locations that will experience flash flooding include Exmoor, Cape Charles, Onencock, Parksley, Onley, Nassau Docks, Sheridan, Willis Wharf, Bayview, Accomack, Melfa, Bloxham, Eastville, Wachapreague, Painter, Hellwood, Keller, Quinby, Locustville, and Pungoteague. Higher than normal tides will combine with the heavy rainfall, creating additional widespread flooding. Turn around. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. Be especially cautious at night when it is harder to recognize the dangers of flooding. Repeating, a flash flood warning has been issued until 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the following counties: in Virginia, Accomack, and Northampton.
This is a weekly test of the emergency alert system. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
Flood warning in effect until 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time this morning. Flooding caused by excessive rainfall is expected. A portion of East Central New York, including the following counties: Wayne and Ulster, Green and Oakland, until 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Streams continue to rise due to runoff from heavy rain. Additional details at 3:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Radar indicated heavy rain. Flooding is expected to begin shortly, and the warning warned area between 1.5 and 2 centimeters of rain. Additional rainfall and additional rainfall are likely in the warned area. Some locations that will experience flooding include Hunter, Windward, Craftsville, Lanesville, Fredericksville, Mount Trevor, Woodland Valley, Campground, Campground, West South Lake and Campground, South Cairo, Dorrance, Ashland, Jewett, Lexington, Denny, Tannersville, and Chichester. http://www.weather.gov/safety/flood turnaround. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. Please report flooding to the National Weather Service by email at AMC.stormreport@NO.gov, on Facebook at www.facebook.com/NWS-Albany, or Twitter at NWS Albany.
And so Nicholas was like the mouthpiece of God.
The following is an urgent warning from the National Weather Service. The National Weather Service in the San
following is a coastal flood warning from the National Weather Service for the following county: Newcastle, Delaware, and Salem, New Jersey. What? Up to 1 foot inundation above ground level in low-lying areas near shorelines and tidal waterways. Where? In Delaware, Newcastle, in New Jersey, Salem. When? Until 6 a.m. early this morning. Impacts. At this level, flooding begins on the most vulnerable roads along tidal waterways. Some partial or full road closures are possible. Take the necessary actions to protect flood-prone property. If travel is required, do not drive around barricades or through water of unknown depth.
Small craft damage and flooding begins on the most vulnerable roads along tidal waterways. Strong thunderstorms will remain over mainly open water.
Take the necessary actions to protect flood-prone property. Some partial or travel is required, do not drive around barricades or through water of unknown depth. Flood-prone property. If travel is required, do not drive around barricades or through water of unknown depth. After midnight tonight. Additional details: at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Monday, the stage was 7.1 feet. Forecast: the river is expected to rise above flood stage this morning to a crest of 13.9 feet this afternoon. It will then fall below flood stage this evening. Flood stage is 11.0 feet. http://www.weather.gov/safety/flood.
This is a weekly test of the emergency alert system.
This is a test of the emergency alert system.
The following is a test of the emergency alert system. The following is only a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test. The following is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test.
Our station is required to send a weekly test message using the emergency alert system encoder. This system is designed to inform you in the event of an actual emergency. This is only a test. This has been a required weekly test of the emergency alert system.
The following is a test of the emergency alert system. It was a picture.
K236CK Warrenton.
KWRE Warrenton.
Ahora la poderosa 96.7 enviará una prueba del sistema de emergencia de la radio del Valle de Coachella. Lo anterior fue solo una prueba del sistema de emergencia de la radio. La poderosa 96.7 sirve a la comunidad de todo el Valle de Coachella.
All right, so that I don't forget it, I'm going to do our emergency alert now. And I don't know about you, but I was kind of looking for a snowflake last night, but I didn't see any. So on my way home, I'm going to stare at the mountains because they probably got some up in Swain County and Macon County and, you know, up there. On the mountaintops, they probably got some. But if you were looking for a snowflake, this is for you.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency alerting system. This is only a test. This is a test of the emergency alerting system. The broadcasters of your area, in voluntary cooperation with federal, state, and local authorities, have developed this system to keep you informed in the event of an emergency. Had this been an actual emergency, the attention signal you just heard would have been followed by official information, news, or instructions. This station serves the tri-state area of western North Carolina, northern Georgia, and eastern Tennessee. This concludes this test of the emergency alerting system.
This is a weekly test of the emergency alert system. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
This system would bring you important information. This test was conducted from the Bannock County Sheriff's Office Communications Center in Pocatello, Idaho, and is now concluded.
at New Boston. When? Until late tomorrow morning. Impacts include at 9.0 feet. Water reaches Rod 8 near Otis. At 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Monday, the stage was 7.4 feet. Forecast. The river is expected to rise above flood stage this afternoon to a crest of 9.0 feet late this evening. It will then fall below flood stage late tonight. Flood stage at 8.0 feet. http://www.weather.gov/safety/flood.
This emergency warning message has been broadcast for your safety. If your area is affected...
Warning in effect until late tomorrow morning. Minor flooding is forecast. Areas affected include West Branch, Farmington, at New Boston. When? Until late tomorrow morning. Impacts include at 9.0 feet. Water reaches Rod 8 near Otis. At 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Monday, the stage was 7.4 feet. Forecast. The river is expected to rise above flood stage this afternoon to a crest of 9.0 feet late this evening. It will then fall below flood stage late tonight. Flood stage is 8.0 feet. http://www.weather.gov tomorrow morning. Safety/minor flooding is forecast. Where? West Branch, Farmington, at New Boston. When? Until late tomorrow morning.
This emergency warning message has been broadcast for your safety. If your area is affected, take all necessary precautions and listen to the
this morning to late tonight. Moderate flooding is forecast.
personal vehicles.
Encountering flooded roads. Flooding is occurring or flood deaths occur in vehicles. It is important to know where you are relative to streams, rivers, or creeks with this morning to late tonight. Impacts at 7.0 feet. The right or north bank begins to overflow. Several roadways upstream of the gauge are affected by high water. At 8.0 feet. The right or north
Vermont
bank
Public's
overflows.
live stream service has support
Several
from Al
roads
Martin
are
Volvo, a family-owned
Additional
business
details
serving Vermonters
at
for over
10:46
50
p.m.
years
Monday, the
and
state
committed
was
to putting
6.5
people
feet.
first.
Forecast. The river is
AlMartinVolvoCars.com.
expected to rise above flood stage late this afternoon to a crest of 7.3 feet this evening. It will then fall below flood stage late this evening. Flood stage is 7.0 feet. http://www.weather.gov/safety/flood.
This afternoon to a crest of 15.1 feet just after midnight tonight. It will then fall below flood stage late tomorrow morning. Flood stage is 13.0 feet. Flood history. No available flood history. http://www.weather.gov/safety/flood.
Sedgwick County Emergency Management will be testing the outdoor warning sirens at noon today. Sedgwick County outdoor warning sirens are tested every Monday at noon, except holidays, and when threatening weather is present. Today we will be testing the alert mode, for 1 minute. The alert mode is a steady tone used for tornado warning. The attack mode is a classic rise and fall sound used for air attack warning in times of war. Outdoor warning sirens are designed to be an early warning device primarily for persons who are outside away from the television and/or radio. Remember, when the outdoor warning sirens sound, take cover, tune into local media, take action. Emergency management officials highly recommend citizens keep a NOAA weather radio in their homes, preferably in the bedroom, with a tone alert for those times when you are not monitoring public media. This broadcast originates from Sedgwick County Emergency Management located at 714 North Main, Wichita, Kansas. WPMQ 391. No action required, test only.
I gotta say, a lot of
Scott Tinker with a few safety tips.
Earth Day is produced by the Bureau of Economic Geology and the University of Texas A&M. The support of Earthbound, bringing people together to build a sustainable future at earthbound.org. And know more Earthbound stories at earthday.org.
It will then fall below flood stage this evening. Flood stage is 11.0 feet. Flood history. This crest compares to a previous crest of 11.7 feet on 06/2.5/003 East 16.
Flood warning in effect until tomorrow evening. What? Flood warning in effect from this afternoon to late this afternoon. Where? Flood warning in effect from this evening to late Wednesday morning. Where? Minor flooding is forecast. From this afternoon to late this afternoon. River at Moore Creek near Eagle Bridge. When? From this evening to late Wednesday morning. 11:30 a.m. Eastern. 11.0 feet. Water reaches moderate flood stage. Forecast. The river is expected to rise. The river has about half a foot of water across it. 14.2 feet. Carpenter sealed midnight tonight. Additional details below 11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Monday. The stage was 9.0 feet. Forecast. The river is expected to rise above flood stage late this evening to a crest of 10.7 feet early tomorrow afternoon. It will then fall below flood stage early Wednesday morning. Flood stage is 10.0 feet. http://www.weather.gov/safety/flood. Additional rainfall amounts up to 1 inch are possible in the warned area. Some locations that will experience flooding include Manchester, East Hartford, Enfield, Glastonbury, Vernon, Wethersfield, Mansfield, South Windsor, Wyndham, Plainfield, Rocky Hill, Willimantic, Killingly, Burrillville, Ellington, Tolland, Coventry, Stafford, Somers, and East Windsor. http://www.weather.gov/safety/flood. Flood warning in effect from this afternoon until further notice. Flood warning in effect from this evening to early tomorrow afternoon. Minor flooding is forecast tonight. Flooding caused early tomorrow afternoon.
It will then fall below flood tomorrow morning. Flood stage is 224 feet. http://www.weather.gov/. Safety
www.weather.gov/. Safety slash. Flood turn around. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. Flood warning in effect from Tuesday morning until further notice. Minor flooding is forecast. Areas affected include Charles River at Dover. When, from Tuesday morning until further notice. Impacts include at 6.0 feet, flooding will affect a few homes in Needham along Fisher Street, as well as a portion of Route 109 at the Metfield and Millis Town line. Some flooding is also likely on the South Natick and Wellesley Town line along River Street. At 11:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Monday, the stage was 4.8 feet. Thankful stage is 5.0 feet. Forecast: the river is expected to rise above flood stage tomorrow morning and continue rising to 6.0 feet Thursday morning. Additional rises are possible thereafter. Flood stage is 5.0 feet. Flood history: this crest compares to a previous crest of 6.1 feet on October 19, 2005. http://www.weather.gov/safety/flood.
Secretary Austin has asked questions about the prolonged Israeli
all of Montana, all of New Mexico, all of Utah, and all of Wyoming, beginning at 1 o'clock p.m. and ending at 2 o'clock p.m. Test message I pause open cap ASV configuration test message. Test message test message.
Santa Maria.
The civil authorities have issued a required weekly test for all of California, all of Nevada, all of Oregon, and all of Washington beginning at 11 a.m. and ending at 12 p.m. Test message equals open cap EAS feed configuration test message.
In western Monmouth. What? Up to 1 foot of inundation above ground level in low-lying areas near shorelines and tidal waterways. Where? Western Monmouth, eastern Monmouth.
Weekly test for the Kansas Division of Emergency Management. The only action required by recipients in the state of Kansas is to log this test.
Locations impacted include Charleston, Nitro, Jefferson, South Charleston, St. Albans, Dunbar, Chesapeake, Marquette, Bell, Hallam Creek, Institute, Tornado, Gold Fort, Cross Lanes, and Sod. Slow down. Rapid changes in visibility and road conditions are expected with this dangerous snow squall. Be alert for sudden whiteout conditions. Reduce speed and turn on headlights. During snow squalls, the visibility may suddenly drop to near zero in whiteout conditions.
Warning in effect from this afternoon till late tonight.
Has issued a snowstorm warning for central Comer County and central West Virginia until 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. At 3:36 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a dangerous snow squall was located over Gold Fort, 47 miles southeast of Charleston, moving east at 35 miles per hour. Hazard: intense bursts of heavy snow. Gusty wind leading to blowing snow and visibility rapidly falling to less than 1/4 mile. Wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour. Source: radar and webcams. Impact: travel will become difficult and potentially dangerous within minutes. This includes the following highways: Interstate 77 in West Virginia between mile markers 96 and 98. West Virginia Turnpike between mile markers 82 and 95. Locations impacted include Charleston, Montgomery, Chesapeake, Marquette, Bell, Cedar Grove, East Bend, Glasgow, Flint, Gold Fort, Hanley, and Pond Gap. Slow down. Rapid changes in visibility and road conditions are expected with this dangerous snow squall. Be alert for sudden whiteout conditions. Reduce speed and turn on headlights. During snow squalls, the visibility may suddenly drop to near zero in whiteout conditions.
The following is a test of the emergency alert system.
required weekly test for all of Hawaii beginning at 4 o'clock p.m. and ending at 5 o'clock p.m. Test message I pause open cap EAS feed configuration test message.
What? Minor flooding is forecast. Where? Presumpscot River at West Falmouth. When? Until late tomorrow morning. Impacts at 15.0 feet. Minor flooding affects storage yards of industrial businesses on Warren Avenue in Westbrook. Properties should be relocated to places which are 5 feet higher than nearby river banks to avoid being flooded or isolated. Additional details, at 3:45 p.m. Monday the stage was 12.8 feet. Forecast, the river is expected to rise above flood stage this evening to a crest of 15.4 feet just after midnight tonight. It will then fall below flood stage late tonight. Flood stage is 14.0 feet. Warning in effect until 6 a.m. Tuesday. What? River and small stream flooding caused by excessive rainfall continues in the Hackensack River Basin. Where? Portions of northeast New Jersey, including the following counties, Bergen and Hudson, and southeast New York, including the following county, Rockland. When? Until 6 a.m. Tuesday. Impacts. It will take until later tonight for water to recede below flood stage. Additional details, at 4:06 p.m., gauges indicated flooding continues along the Hackensack River and Pascack Brook in the Warren area. http://www.weather.gov/safety/flood. Stay away from flood waters.
A flood warning has been issued for Kent County, Caroline County, and Talbot County, effective until 10:32 p.m.
The civil authorities have issued a required weekly test for all of American Samoa beginning at 5 o'clock p.m. and ending at 6 o'clock p.m. Test message I pause open cap EAS feed configuration test message.